Good afternoon and welcome to Plooza. My guest at this time is Goldylocks.
Hey, Dan. Always good to be here with you, honey.
So tell me, with the way that the whole pandemic was, what was the most challenges you faced as an artist, as a singer?
Just watching everybody have meltdowns that I thought were like untouchable and super strong and solid.
Mhm.
And it kind of hurt my heart just to see, how people melted down, to be honest with you. I'm not trying to be a pessimistic person or anything, Dan, but like we've got people for I can't tell you how many years, like look at our US military, look at anybody's military, and they're out in like these, you know, horrible situations, horrible climate, and they're nailing it. And well, maybe they're not nailing it. They come back with PTSD. But
Right.
so that's why I was really thinking about. I was really thinking about for the whole pandemic with different actresses and musicians. I was really thinking about our military and just like how shit hits the fan for them all the time. And then like there's nobody for them to go talk to. And I was like, man, I better buck it up and suck it up and do everything that I can to make an honest day's wage. Everybody did different things, Dan, wink, wink. And, I met you on a pretty awesome platform, Patreon. And there's some really good people there producing really great content. And at the end of the day, whatever content that I'm producing, just like you, I want to be able to like look myself in the mirror and be like proud of that stuff or be able to tell everybody about it. So I guess to answer your question, I was just like not disappointed, but like really surprised at like how some people handled everything, because maybe in a selfish way, I was always thinking, oh, that person would be there for me, or they're like my rock, or I could depend on them. And then it was just like full-fledged meltdown, and a lot of
Right.
people, nothing changed for them. Some of my friends, which they were great. Like I've got some friends that were realtors or appraisers, or, they just worked from home anyway and nothing really changed for them. And you know what? They weren't bragging about it. They were really cool, nice to talk to, nice to check in with, and feel normal. And a lot of people just had a big pity party, and me included.
Right.
Some days I was just like, what am I going to do to make money? I do photography, I act, I do, graphics, and I play in a band, and a lot of that stuff just like dried up. So, but you can't have a pity party. That's the take home of this. Like you gotta,
Very true.
yeah, you gotta just keep pushing through. So great question though. And I do really think about our military. Like think about all the people that are deployed just up shit creek, sleeping on the ground or in a tent in 120-degree weather in Afghanistan. I've been there, and I was like, they're not bitching and they're not complaining. And like, here's some people just, I don't know. Some people really had it hard. And when I saw the businesses going under and people's dreams and stuff that they've sunk all their money into, their savings, everything, that's where my heart just like fell, because I'm like, that's just not, you can't just pivot and go become, a
Hmm.
realtor or open up an OnlyFans. If you're some 60-year-old dude, like probably nobody's going to want to see that. So I'm just saying my heart went out to those people.
Um, it's interesting because my father actually did suffer from post-traumatic stress from the military overseas when he was over in the war, and sometimes he would just have those flashbacks in the middle of the night, and I never knew what to do, from that, when he would think that sometimes I was a member of his platoon. So,
Oh, God, love them. I mean, that's just like heartbreaking. And there just isn't, in my opinion, I think in a lot of people's opinion, there is not enough care when people come. We have no idea what goes on. But I'll say I met this person. I'll just leave them to be,
mhm.
anonymous. And they were telling me like they were experiencing post traumatic stress disorder on a job that we hired them for. Great, great person. But they were just like, you have no idea what it's like to shoot a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old who
Yeah.
you see coming to you that's strapped with bombs and
Mhm.
explosives, and know that it's your job to look this little kid in the face and blow their brains out. And how could you ever be normal from that? Or he said it was our job to just kill women and children because they were, and he's just like it. I've served 6 different deployments here, 4 here, 2 voluntarily, whatever that word is. I volunteered. And it just will haunt them forever. And it's like stuff that they live with. And
Mhm.
this particular person goes to different VA hospitals, volunteers his time once a couple times a week with specific people who are really, really suffering. And he said one of them is just so bad that I can't go anymore because it's attacking my mental health. It's not healthy for me to go visit him anymore. But I tried, I tried for a year. I tried for 2 years. And you just don't, if you think about what you experienced during the pandemic, something so cake compared to what your dad went through, Dan, and how, I'm telling you what's bugging me about the pandemic is it over? Is it not? I don't know. Whatever your opinion is, whatever your politics are, it doesn't matter. But what is solid and is real is nobody wants to go back to work because everybody's making way more money sitting on their ass doing nothing. And now it's like, all right, it's okay to come back. And people aren't coming back, and just save the excuses and all the bullshit because the real reason is you're lazy.
Very true. Very true. I know kind of what that is and how people are and how they've been responding to it. And I just feel like it's time to take the next footstep and to move forward into life and to put this pandemic behind us.
It is. And it's like, you can say, oh, that's your opinion, Goldie. It's not. Go out and walk around anywhere, and on every door of every business, what will you see? For hiring, we need help, and then there's some places like, I think Dairy Queen is paying like $28 an hour by one of my old, you know what I'm saying? Like Dairy Queen to put ice cream in a cone. We're going to pay you almost $30 an hour, making more money than some people with, degrees. Like, just come on in, just fricking show up and we'll pay you. I mean, it's like, there was a movie called, what's it called? Idiocracy. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
No. I can't tell you how many times over the last 2 years, especially now, I feel like I'm living in the movie Idiocracy. And when the pandemic was going on, hauntingly Hunger Games. I mean, you were at like, step up to the side at Walmart, like you had to like get in this big line to get into Walmart and make sure your face coverings 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart. It was like, I literally felt like I was in the Hunger Games. I'm like, where are they? Am I being hunted right now? It was freaky.
She has 2 pieces of toilet paper.
You know what I'm saying though? And I remember being at Sam's Club with my mask on with like this like suffocation suit, and like they announced that there was a pallet of toilet paper, and bro, I went off. I lost control. I started frothing at the mouth and just screaming at everybody because they were acting just like mad people, just crazy. And I'm like, and I picked up a thing and I ripped it apart and I started throwing it. And then I'm like, it's time to leave, Goldie, or you're going to get arrested. Like, I was just so sick of everybody acting like. And now, can I tell you, there was those circular bins that I used to have in a Phy-Ed class in gym. There would be this big circle bin of balls or this or that, or in my case in Minnesota, cross-country skis, because they didn't shut schools down. Nobody picked your ass up. You rode the bus or you walked, or in a blizzard, you cross-country skied home. There was no... Nobody watching out for you. If there was a pedophile in the lurking, just kick his ass and beat him with a stick and move on. And these bins, there was 4 of these big bins at our Kroger the other day with, drumroll please, free hand sanitizer. And it's free, the expensive kind, like $9.99 for a bottle. They had 4 bins of just free. Take this because, well, I guess it's over. We can go back to being dirty bastards now. You can pick your nose and flick it and eat it and wipe your ass and stick your hand down your pants at the gas pump and put it on the pump and put it back. Like all the dirty shit that we see, people just back at it. And it's worse than ever. It's worse than before the pandemic. You're
bad
dirty.
Habits.
It's so gross.
Yeah.
There was a lady at a restaurant. It was a buffet, and I'll never go back. The initials are GC.
Okay.
And she had her foot up at the table, picking her toe with a fork, like her nail. I'm just like, yeah, it's time. I got up and got my money back. I'll never go there again.
Yes, I would definitely recommend that. Let's talk about some of your music. What is your favorite style of music to sing to? I know you do a lot of rock music, but you have a lot of different variety within your
Aw.
music videos. So, what is it that makes you close to your heart that you enjoy the most different genres of music?
I guess I'll always like gay men. I have a fondness for gay men, so I'm just like a sucker for pop rock.
Yeah.
I love rock, but I like catchy hooks. I like
Hmm.
songs that are, and I like happy songs. My days
Hmm.
of like sad bullshit, somber. And I know we got a lot of people that listen and watch that they love like the real sad, I just like, do we need any more? I don't know. Once in a
Yeah.
while, a good sad song is good, but it's like I would put it to the extent of Apology by One Republic. That's about as like sad as I want to get these days. Otherwise, I like to write and create songs of joy and things that get you pumped up and feeling good. So rock is awesome. I love rock and I love like in your face shredding rock, but I like pop rock or pop as well too. I like anything that can transcend somebody into a good mood from being sad or feeling like they're ready to just like take themselves out. I want to be able to produce something content wise that picks them up. We need that.
So, when you did the music video, Brave, how long did that take to complete and compile together? And what was your reaction when people were able to start viewing it?
Brave was really cool because I kept going downtown really late at night, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and trying to groom an officer to like, hey, are you going to be here next Friday night or next Saturday night? And we're kind of telling them like we just wanted it because you couldn't go down there. It was after the bomb in Nashville, and
Hmm.
I just got dressed up one day and made Serge come with me. And and he's got some experience with filming, but not like I do. So I can be kind of mean to work with. I know that. And it's, 4:35 in the morning or 3:30 in the morning. We started at 4. And I'm just like, I just said to the officer that was parked there guarding it, like, hey, we've just got one camera. We're just going to do like a couple passes here, which was more than a couple passes. And then we just did our thing, walked in and Serge did such a great job on the, what do you call that? Rowan, the steady cam. And I
Yeah.
did. But it was in and out of focus. So I had to like pick and choose my edits. I was like, damn it, there's a bunch of it that was out of focus. Like we're running around and a
Yeah.
lot of cops chased us out and said, you can't be here. Then we just went back when they weren't looking and tried to get what we got. And then we went the next really cold, 2 degrees out, coming back from a show. My best friend was in town. It was like end of October. And we just stopped at the Nashville Strong sign outside of somebody's restaurant, totally trespassing, not supposed to be there. What's new? And we did that. And it was so cold. Like we were all just getting really angry at each other because like you had to have gloves on to like hold the steady cam. It was just
Right.
so cold. It was just so cold. So, and poor Rod, you can barely play and you can see the smoke coming out of his mouth, his breath. It's so cold. And then I
Hmm.
edited it. So, we did a lot of shooting different scenes, went to a few hospitals, snuck in, did some stuff. With COVID, it's really hard though. So you kind of just have to rely on favors from people and like
Right.
relationships. But it's a great video and it's not perfect. We just filmed it with the Canon, but the best thing and advice for people is if you want to do something, like don't wait till everything is perfect. It's never going to be. Just go out and do it.
Oh, yeah. Um, Now, you have your website at GoldylocksBand.com and your website, The Factory. Can you tell the people watching this what kind of wonderful merchandise they can pick up?
Oh, you're so sweet, Dan. What a good egg. You know what? Again, it goes right back to like everything on there is funny or positive. Like there's nothing on there that's going to make you want to kill yourself. Like some things I look at, I'm like, God, this is so depressing. So everything at the factory by Goldie with a Y locks.com is just positive and funny or meant to make you smile or a gift to give somebody that would like pick them up. I like funny stuff. I like to laugh. I had a terminally ill mom like my whole life who just kept dying almost. She kept getting, we're Catholic. She kept having the last rite from the priest delivered and we thought she'd wake up. She was back, but last time we kept thinking she was going to pull through like that 8th time that she received our last sacrament. The priest came over and we just thought, she's going to be up in a couple of days, but she didn't this time around. 9 lives, almost, Mom. I think it was 8 times. She just laughed all the time. She was so sick and hurting and not feeling good about herself, but everything was just snowed over with laughter and jokes. Everything was a joke, which I'm sure to some people would get like old. But when you're sick and you need something to keep on going, like, I guess I learned from that. So the products that I have reflect that, just to be joyous and happy. And, you know, Dan, I was going to say, because I know you got other guests waiting too. If everybody could check back on August 1st, which is a Sunday, I'm going to be making a really big announcement just of a new show that's coming out that I'm on. And I can't say anything about it till then, but I'm super excited. So if you happen to be listening, just check out the social, and I'm going to do a contest for the best comment online after the show and give away $100. So it's like $100 for 60 seconds of your time. That ain't bad. That's my deal. So I'm excited about that. Yeah. You're the first person to tell that to. And I just all over. That was great.
Well, we're going to wrap it up because our next guest is in about 5 minutes. So we're going to be talking to Jeremy Ambler from The Walking Dead. So
wow, it's exciting.
So I want to thank Goldie for being my guest, and everyone keep watching Plooza and have a good day.
Keep watching Plooza. Thanks for having me, Dan the man.
Will do. Take care.